Marines, fall in.
Wah!
Oh, we started?
Oh, we started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we started.
Oh, okay.
This is all the power you ever had. Now it is mine. Pity, there is not more time for us.
You tell him it's open season on all suckheads.
Just gonna have to teach you a lesson. No more clowning around. Fire
Is that gasoline I smell? No, man. No!
See you on the bounce, trooper.
See you on the bounce. See you bouncing. Wait, no, I don't see you. I see your mom, and she's bouncing on my hog.
That
How about that?
Your mom sees me bouncing on my boy's dick.
Yeah,
Yeah, there
That
we go.
sucks.
that does
That
suck.
sucks.
Welcome
Yeah.
everyone to Edging with Trash and Monk. I'm Monk.
And I'm Trash.
We've got our special guest today, a Geist from a past dimension, a past life of mine, who now haunts the apartment upstairs from me.
Geist from your past. We
a
talk every
geist.
day.
A Geist,
We
a
talk.
dead ghost.
A ghost that has died again.
Welcome to the show, Ryan.
Hello.
Hallowed be thy
friend of
name.
the show.
Here I am.
Friend of the pod. Ryan.
Friend of the pod. I've never listened to this pod.
Never
Yeah.
listened. Yeah. I thought you were being a friend and like telling like the president to listen to our podcast when you send him like all your letters. But no, you haven't even listened to it.
Yeah.
I'll shill for it, but I have not listened. No.
Yeah.
I've actually told probably like 3 or 4 people to listen to this. I've told them about this podcast. I don't even know what's on it. I don't know what you talk about on here.
You
Put in the
probably
work.
should get like an idea.
I should get a vibe check before.
Yeah, like a baseline. Well, I mean, being on the show is like a pretty good introduction. I'm just gonna
It's
say,
a pretty good introduction.
yeah, to what we do here, the work
Yeah.
we do here.
Really dedicated
On.
to the craft.
Yeah, the craft of podcasting, shittier quality. That's our
That's your
That's
motto?
our mantra. Yeah.
Yeah. Shitty ingredients, shitty pizza, edging John.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pizza parlor, the only pizza parlor where they come on the pizza
Yeah.
before they serve
Exactly.
it to you.
Is it the only one?
I would
It's the
hope.
only one that advertises it.
Am I the only one coming on pizza?
That was a different band.
Am I
that
the
was-
only one? Ooh, ah, ah,
That's
So we have a-
that was such a stupid intro. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Anyway, y'all, what's been going on in your
Mm-hmm.
lives? Any bullshit you want to get out of your system before we talk about this fucking movie? We're watching Starship Troopers 3 if you didn't click on the title and you're just living dangerously listening to random podcasts like some sort of insane madman. But yeah, before we actually talk about the subject of the show, anyone do anything? Anyone got anything going on in like their lives?
Does anybody
First
know
off-
anything?
Mad person. Thank you very much. Okay. We're inclusive here. Okay. second off, I don't know what has been going on in my life. Work. I've been working.
On the railroad?
Yeah, all the live long day. The railroad known as making t-shirts, dresses, bandanas. We've been printing bandanas in the shop. That's been fun. Patches. That's been, I don't know. I'm trying to sound excited about all this right now. And I mean, I am to a degree. It's a nice job. I'm enjoying myself more than I do at most jobs, but I don't know. I don't know how to like sound excited about life, you know? So
I'm a fan of not over-representing how I feel about life, you know?
That's smart.
You want to let people know that you're all right with it. It could definitely be better, but it could also be a lot worse, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay to not be excited about the like crap you're making right now until we start making merch for the show, and then that's the most exciting thing that's ever happened to you.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, God, off the top ropes with the t-shirt.
I'll tell you,
God.
I found a really cool bug the other day when I was taking out the garbage.
That's topical.
Because
yeah, tell me more about this.
It is actually literally topical. It was just kind of like a big beetle thing. It had like pinchers on it and stuff, and I sat there looking at it in the hallway while holding my garbage for quite a while.
Did you take a picture of it?
No, I didn't have my phone. I don't take my phone out when I'm leaving the apartment to go take out the trash for like a minute, because I feel like that's a bad level of dependency to need your phone to go take out the trash, you know?
Yeah.
But if you're making a conscious choice to not take it with you, isn't that also a level of dependency where you're thinking about your phone at all times?
Yeah, you're
Instead
like,
of just like on autopilot. Let me grab it.
Well, no, it's I was on autopilot and I didn't grab it. I was just like, I don't even need it, you know. Just
I don't know. I think we need a fact check for that one. I don't know about that.
Autopilot, I will automatically grab my phone. I do have to manually make the choice to grab my keys at all times. My phone is the priority.
I do have to do that as well. I normally I'm very conscious about all of my belongings whenever I'm out and about. But the other day I forgot my laptop just in a cafe somewhere. That wasn't good.
No. Did you get it back?
Yeah, I did. I was even like working on it. Like it was out and I just like got up and left.
Nice.
Which is maybe a bad sign of...
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Actually, I did think of something. Something I did, and then promptly forgot it. That's amazing. Never mind.
Awesome.
Go ahead, Mug.
You want me to talk about my beef with FedEx? My fucking battle. So before the beef even started, I want to talk about the fucking the prelude that made me really want to be on FedEx's side. Even though like chilling for big corporations.
Want to be on FedEx's side?
It's not that I wanted to be on FedEx's side, is that I didn't want to be on the side of the person at my office who I have a one-sided beef with. That's completely in my head.
Which character is this? Just for
this
for
is
my
the
context?
receptionist who like essentially like she's kind of new at the company and she started a couple months ago.
This tracks, Mug.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does track that I hate a woman. You're right. So she started pretty recently at the office, and like I had to box up a bunch of shit and ship it out to another of our employees in like a remote office, and we use fucking FedEx at work. It's like whatever, some fucking finance person somewhere decided FedEx was the company that we have as like a shipping account with. And that we ship things through FedEx. And I don't get involved in any of that shit. That's not my job. And I just hand the packages off to people and you're like, hey, I packed this up. Make sure it goes to where it needs to go. But I packed this box up and I'm like, hey, can you ship this out with FedEx? And this new receptionist, she says, no. And I'm like, okay, was there like some change or something? Do I have to do it on my end? And she's like, I don't know, but I'm not going to ship it out with FedEx. Like, what the fuck? Why? Yeah.
Well, she actually doesn't like. She's against the Federal Express. She's into the City Express. It's a whole different thing, you know.
No, the real reason that she told me.
Yeah, exactly. Really? Okay, let's go.
The real reason she told me that she has this beef with FedEx is she tells me that she won't do any business with them because they changed the name of the Washington Redskins.
Oh my god.
How is that related to FedEx?
That's because they bought them, and they. It's like
That's amazing.
yeah.
Okay, but now how do we relate this back to you hating women?
So like,
no, but seriously,
it's like I got fucking like
wild.
held up at work, and it's like I'm trying to figure out like what the fuck is the reason for this like hold up, like what do I have to do? And it's just like, oh, this this lady's racist. Okay, that's why.
She's so racist she won't do her job. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
It's
I
like
love
the
this story about how racism affects you, a white man.
Yeah.
In a negative way.
You're right. It does. That's the real problem
You
with
know?
racism, is that it makes my life slightly more irritating, and some people say some dumb
it's true.
shit around me.
It's true.
But like,
Oh god.
yeah. So I've been on FedEx's side ever since then because down with Whitey, and what are they called now? Those are around your parts, Brian, right? What's that fucking football team called? Oh yeah, no. What are white people called? Yeah, that's actually what I meant.
Oh yeah, white people. Let's see.
You got a bunch of snow roaches up there, right?
Snow roaches is a good one. We got a bunch of Mayonnaisians. Yeah, that's yeah.
And what football team do the Mayonnaisians in your area play for?
That'd be the Skeet Hawks. I mean Seahawks.
Seahawks? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Aren't they baseball?
No, Seahawks is a footed ball team.
What's the Washington
ashamed
team?
I even know this.
What's the fucking?
No, you're thinking of the Washington. I don't know what they actually. It's Washington D.C. That's what you're thinking of.
Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Is it? Why don't they call the Washington D.C. whatever then? Washington.
It's kind of a mouthful.
Generals,
don't you think?
commanders, some shit like that.
What did they change the name to?
I think it's like that's what I'm trying to fucking figure out.
I don't want to say the old name.
I think it's like the Commanders or some shit. Hold on.
New name. Okay. Yeah, it's the Commanders.
Commanders. Awesome.
You'd think these fucking like neo-Nazis would like that.
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh, Commander. They'd like, they're all into like Master and Commander, fucking, just like deep throating military dick and like
the Washington Adam Waffen.
Ooh-ah.
Yeah.
Fall in, trooper.
Yeah. So FedEx.
Part.
My beef with them now is that they I have a warranty return for fucking the Washington Commanders, their arena stadium is FedEx Field. Anyway, I have I have a beef with them now because I got a warranty replacement for my mouse, and they shipped it to the house I grew up in for no reason.
That's amazing.
It's like 200 miles away from me. I gave them the correct address, and apparently what happened is I called their support about it, and what happened is it got to like the distribution center in Texas, and some guy went in and rerouted it and put a note in there that said customer has moved. I'm like, what the fuck? No, I haven't. Do I have to put a change of address form in with FedEx for them to not do that?
Are you being trolled by a fucking FedEx employee? Like, what's happening? Do you have a personal enemy at FedEx?
Because when I called them, they said that I didn't have any instructions or anything on my name for them to reroute my packages or any shit like that. So, like, I don't know. It's just this one guy was just going above and beyond and, like, I guess looked my name up in a database and saw I got a FedEx shipment 8 years ago at a different address. And they're like, hold on a moment.
Probably.
By the way,
I'm about to save the day.
Going for employee of the month.
Do you know anyone who lives there, or is it just like no? You don't. No, there's nobody.
No one.
No, you're like no family. No. Yeah.
I mean, my dad lives in Austin, but I'm not gonna have.
Yeah.
I don't know who the people who live in that house are, and I don't want to have him like fucking like walk up and yoink a package from their porch, you know?
Yeah, no, that'd be that. I mean, I think your dad would be maybe cool with that, which is funny. But
Yeah.
but also that's
I'd be cool with it. I'd go for a package extraction mission.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I wouldn't ask you, because I don't want to be
Yeah.
implicated in that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking have my name on a package that's used as like evidence in a court case, you know, from like this creepy gremlin crawling around
live a little.
slipping around like a snake on the grass, coming to get your package off your porch.
You know, and that's the problem.
There's
with
already
this country.
precedent for me being freaky in that area of
Yeah.
That's
Austin.
amazing.
So
Yeah, and that's the problem with this country is cowardice, because you know nobody wants to go and be a creepy little gremlin and go extract their rightful package from.
used to be you
true.
could steal packages from a porch. Not
Yeah.
anymore.
Not anymore. Ring doorbell.
You know, I think the
Ring
castle
doorbell.
doctrine applies if you don't live in that house anymore, because it's my property in a house that I used to live in. So if they're trying to keep it from me, I think I should be able to shoot them dead.
You should be able to send a package with your name on it to a different house, and then if it sits there for like a couple of days, that's your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the direction that I thought you were going in, but that is a very bold statement.
I'm gonna get like
well,
a
that's-
keychain shipped over to the White House, and then that'll be
Mhm.
that's how I'll take power.
Yeah.
Send like one letter with definitely no weird powders in it to the White House. And then you can just be like, hey, I own the White House now. Get out, Joe.
Yeah. Maybe like,
Brandana.
this is not my beautiful house.
Yeah.
This is not my beautiful dog.
He'll be hanging out, like getting bit by his dog, fucking his
Yeah.
wife, because apparently he's into that.
I want to posit.
Wait, is he fucking his
a,
wife, or is his dog fucking his wife?
I want to posit a scenario here. What
Okay.
if this is out of left field, but it still involves mail. Okay, so
Okay.
what if the DARE campaign, in an effort to like, educate people about the dangers of drugs, mailed out little packets of flour to everybody in the U.S. And it's like this could have been cocaine. Watch out. You know?
That'd be great. I think this is a good idea.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Dare is still around. Did you know that? There's still people
figured.
like who are like big into Dare, and they'll like sell you T-shirts.
Well, I see lots of like the opposite side selling DARE T-shirts to be funny, like
Yeah.
a Hot Topic and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
see.
If you go in front of the wrong grocery store, there will be like a guy there with like a clipboard. Will tell you like, "Hey, we're trying to raise money for Dare."
Where are you
Like,
hoping that you
mighty have
see this? I've
fallen.
never seen this.
You never go to Tom's
does-
Thumb?
I go there all the time, but there's never that guy there. I've literally drive past that like every day, and
I
there's
think I'm going to a
never
different
that guy
Tom
there.
Thumb than you.
I guess.
I just love how far they've fallen, that they can be like, it used to be
They're like the Girl
all
Scouts.
across the nation. All across the fucking nation, probably internationally, there were people going to high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, preschools even probably, and being like, kids, this is what drugs looks like, and it'll kill you. And now they're like, they're outside of like, I don't know, off-brand Safeways, just being like, hey, can we have some money so we can tell kids that drugs are bad? And it's like, really? You've fallen that far. You'd think at that point, if you've fallen that far, it's like so
Yeah.
obvious that you're like fucking bullshit.
It'd be
You
really
just
funny
give
to
up.
like. I think it would have been really funny for me to give some money to them to get the T-shirt and just walk
Mhm.
over to the smoke shop next door and fucking pick up some Delta 8 shit.
I think it'd be even better to do that in reverse order. Like you come from the smoke shop, you have like a little baggie that says,
Yeah, if you
from
think
the
about
smoke
it,
shop, and then you donate to DARE, and you say, "Yeah, man, this shit's fucked. It's too late for me, but you keep on it with the youth, man."
You got
If you
like,
think
a,
about
you got
it,
like a bunch of light bulbs, and you're just like going up, and you're like, I've got only a bunch of light bulbs and straws, and I'm going up to the DARE guy and being like, yeah, I just was buying all these light bulbs and straws. I'm gonna be smoking some crack later. Can I get one of those DARE shirts?
yeah. If you think
Yeah,
about
I
it,
mean,
those are
that'd
the
be
people who care the most about drug usage in this country, are the people walking
Yeah.
out of the dispenser. So that's probably your best target audience.
Yeah, they're salt of the earth.
Yeah.
They should try a more a lighter hand and try to appeal to hardcore druggies, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think you're right.
The 36th annual DARE International Training Conference is July 29th to August 2nd, 2024. It is not too late for the DARE Foundation to book Edging with Trash and Monk for a live performance at the DARE National School Safety Conference. I would do it for as little as $500,000.
Yeah.
Or no money, because they don't have that.
I mean, if y'all are...
This
y'all
would
are
be a
really
publicity thing for you guys, I think.
Yeah, if you're really cash poor, we'll do it for like, I don't know.
A lifetime supply of t-shirts.
Yeah. And access to your printing facilities and a lifetime supply of t-shirts. You got it. Easy.
We could do it so that there's like a kickback type of thing where we go and perform it for free, but then Brian's print shop gets a contract for all the DARE shirts.
There you go.
There we go.
Wouldn't that be cool to be known as the DARE shirt company?
Yeah.
Brian.
I would definitely tell people.
Yeah.
You know what would be really fun to do is to bring a bunch of little baggies of like various powders. Maybe this is the time I can make my like knockoff G Fuel and bring it to the DARE conference.
B Fuel?
Yeah, B Fuel. Make trash fuel and like just put like the idea, listeners, this is old lore, okay? But the idea was to start making my own cocktails of vodka and homemade G Fuel. And because I thought it sounded like funny and good and probably a little dangerous.
Revisionism. That's
right. That is revisionism.
The real reason is because I fucking dared you to, and you haven't done it, and it's been like 3 years.
Because I'm a coward and I don't want to use real G Fuel. It's true.
It's got lead in it.
It's got lead in it. I don't want to eat lead.
I don't want my immune system to die or whatever the fuck lead does.
I don't want to have cognitive issues because of lead poisoning.
I don't want to have any more cognitive issues, and I already have.
Exactly. I already got really bad cognitive issues, and I don't want more of them. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty fucking soy. It's true. But yeah, okay, so that's fair enough. That is the revision. But the thing is, I'm moving forward. I want to own it, right? I want to own it. I want to start making, bootleg G Fuel, trash fuel, and selling it in small plastic baggies.
I think you should.
Yeah. The ones that they sell weed in that
where do you
have
get those?
The really cool like designs on them where it's like, oh, we got little like fucking Ninja Turtles and bullshit on it. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And it'll be full of trash fuel.
Where do you get the little plastic baggies at drug? Where do they buy them? How do you find?
I think you got to buy them online.
You do buy them online. I don't know where. My dad has hundreds of them all the time. He like very early on in my life, we figured out, these bags are so convenient. You can put anything in them. Like sometimes it's just really nice to have a small bag. Like you have a small amount of stuff you want to put into a small bag. Mm-hmm. And so we just have buckets of them everywhere. And
that's amazing.
I need to ask him what that's about. And
I'm gonna look it up right now. Where do you find little drug bags? Bags.
I don't think that is gonna get you what you want. But
Etsy drug baggies. You can buy them on Etsy.
Of course you can.
Coke baggy sticker prank. No, that's a prank. I don't want a prank. I want real ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up screw bag because I think they're for screws. No, never mind.
I think the real answer is you get them from like a mechanic parts supply thing, like a McMaster car.
Mm.
That's like a big supplier of metal parts.
Oh, hell yeah. Etsy seller, 100 selector size clear cellophane self-sealable bags. How small do we go?
This one is on Amazon. Seller? Is 500 2x2-inch Ziploc bags. I don't think these are Ziploc. I think they're fucking stealing Ziploc's intellectual property on Amazon.com by calling their resealable plastic bags Ziplocs when they were not made by the Ziploc Corporation.
I hate how these companies, they work so hard to make their brand synonymous with what it is, like Q-tips, but it's not actually what Q-tips are. That's cotton swabs. And like they can't own the word after the word becomes mainstream. They worked so hard for it to become mainstream, you know?
Do you think the companies are the victim here?
No, I'm saying they shouldn't own the word. I'm saying it's bullshit that Q-tips owns the word Q-tip. I think that once it becomes like widespread, anyone should be able to just call their shit Q-tips.
Yeah.
You're so right.
The Q stands for quality.
Yeah,
I love how I say one thing and Monk hears the exact polar opposite of my point because he's so used to me having bad opinions.
Yeah, you're right. I am used to that.
So I found it, by the way. Yeah. I found an Etsy shop where you can buy little baggies with weed leaves all over them.
Nice.
10 for $1.80, which seems like it's probably a ripoff.
That's
also
huge ripoff.
Yeah, but also, fuck it, right?
Honestly,
I just think it'd be funny to have those around.
You buy hundreds of them from like a bulk supply store, like some parts seller, and then you buy little weed stickers and stick them on that, and it has the same effect.
Yeah.
If you
That's true.
You want the theme of drugs,
and then you can sell them on Etsy for $1.81 for 10
for a market.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Fuck this podcasting bullshit. That's where the real money is.
Yeah, I actually have to drop out of the podcast right now. Something came up.
I gotta go buy some weed bags in bulk. Yeah, it's
Speaking of the podcast, wasn't there a movie we watched or some shit?
We did, in fact, watch a movie. We've been vamping really hard and good this time. I just want to say I'm enjoying that a lot. But we did watch a movie, and also I'm very excited about this movie. So yes, let's please talk about it. This was a Brian pick. Okay,
B pick.
This is a movie that I am extremely passionate about. To like zealous. I'm fucked up about it. Okay.
Many people in the movie were also pretty zealous.
Yeah, that's true. They were very zealous.
Yep.
This is Starship Troopers 3. Okay. Starship Troopers 3 Marauders. Now, you may think, wow, the third Starship Troopers movie, there's no way this is a good or fun movie to watch. This is probably the worst thing you've ever seen. You would be dead wrong.
Yeah.
This
Don't get me wrong.
Is amazing.
Don't get it twisted about the movie being good, because you're gonna see the movie and you're gonna see the fact that they made it for like I think they actually paid everyone in like McDonald's coupons to make this fucking movie, probably.
Yeah.
This was like there is a direct to video stink all over this one, but they did the acting's bad. CG's bad, although CG's bad, but they do make it work, even though it's bad. I think there may have just been like one or two people who were involved in like the direction and writing of this movie that were like, fuck it. Okay. No one's gonna look at this shit. So what if it was actually good? Like, it doesn't cost any more for us to make the movie like a little bit interesting, right?
Yeah. I think that was a good choice for them to make the movie a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're like, oh, what if we actually put some thought and had some time playing and having fun with the script and making it like good? Because all of the like technical details outside of the script are pretty bad. Well, they make it work a lot of the time, but they're pretty bad. Like you're not gonna look at these sets and be like, yes, this is the first Starship Troopers movie, right? This is bad, but they make it work so well. It's astonishing. This movie is like one of those few times some like big movie gets a sequel that's like obviously schlocky bullshit, right? And they're just like, fuck it, we're gonna have fun with it and make it good, right? And they did it. This isn't fucking Leprechaun in the Hood, you know? This is
that a real thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. This isn't
Have you done a
Chucky
podcast
7.
episode on that?
No,
I don't want
I'm
to watch
scared of that
Leprechaun
movie.
movies again. I don't want to do it. You can't make me do it.
They're the worst. They're the worst fucking
Okay.
movies.
The thing about Leprechaun 4 Back to the Hood, or In the Hood, or whatever the fuck they call this bullshit movie, is that unlike Starship Troopers 3, it's not it's not working on anything that's worth saving from its like original source material, right? Leprechaun 1 was already like bottom of the barrel trash. Mm-hmm. And then they keep making that movie over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. It's it's just really good that they stopped eventually. Yeah. But unlike that, Starship Troopers is a fantastic movie. This movie, they also really lean into like the Hitler particles are just fucking off the chart, right? They're like, oh yeah. If you watched the first movie and thought this is too subtle, I don't think people are gonna get it. Well, Starship Troopers 3 is for you. Because this movie goes ham. They've got fucking multiple like leadership positions doing like Hitler poses, very famous Hitler poses throughout the movie.
Yeah, I don't think you need any advanced level of media analysis to really watch this movie. It's definitely a beginner's a good intro into it's a good starter movie for
if you've never seen a movie before.
Parodies, you know.
Yeah, if you're kind of confused about the idea of like some things happening on your screen that you can look at, you maybe should start out with this.
There will be no confusion.
Yeah.
What you see is what you get. Star Troopers 3.
Yeah. It's so in the movie, you get this like the idea is big spoilers here, okay? If you really want to see the movie without spoilers, which I don't think is necessary, although
necessary.
It's very fun. It's very fun to see it without spoilers. You'll be a little more surprised, but they telegraph what's going on in the movie pretty heavily early on, so it's not like it's not too out there. And like the whole thing is about like religion and fascism, and it starts out in the beginning of the movie that they're like, all these religious peaceniks are trying to stop the war. We're gonna have to kill them. And then they move on to understand that the bugs are using religion to control everything. And it's like, oh, what's going on here? So naturally, in the end of the movie, they decide that the Federation needs religion to control people.
Yeah,
and
fascism and religion can coexist.
Yeah, yeah,
it's an incredible lesson.
Like one of the last lines of the movie is literally, "Religion is acceptable, peace is not."
Yeah, it's amazing. And throughout the movie, there's so many little images that they use. The imagery is so intense throughout the movie. They have like, there's a scene where like the Marauder program's coming in to save the day, and it's like, send us an army of angels, and this glorified military flight attendant is praying, and fucking a halo of like explosions comes down over her head and like blows up a big bug, and it's like,
I do think this is a better Warhammer movie than Starship Troopers movie, to be honest. I think if this was about the Imperium of Man fighting the Tyranids, this would probably, they would be able to lean into this a little bit harder in a way that would be interesting. But
yeah, I feel like they couldn't go quite like they couldn't relate it to our reality as much if they did. I
felt
that.
like it related very strongly to at least my perception of reality.
Yeah.
So does Warhammer.
No, seriously though. So, yeah. I mean, Warhammer. It's set in a different universe. There's like a god emperor. I don't know. Like it's enough of a separation that people can look at that and have like, you know, and can be like, whoa. And that's why, you know, like with the first Starship Troopers, you have all these dumb, idiot, stupid fascists being like, oh, yeah, fucking, this is a movie about how fascism is good and this is rocks. I love it. And, you know, this movie throws any chance out the window that somebody's going to look at this and be like, yeah. There's no moment. I can't imagine a single person on this planet watches this movie and goes, yeah, I want to be in the Marauder program. I want to be an avenging angel for the
Brian,
fucking Federation.
You can't imagine that?
Okay, maybe I can.
Yeah.
There's some dumb motherfuckers out there.
Come on.
Yeah.
There's some dumb motherfuckers out there.
That's true. But at least it's like probably less with this movie.
Definitely.
Probably less.
I think probably less. Definitely less because fewer people saw this one.
Well, that's
For
true
sure.
too. That's true too.
I'm doing a bit of research now on the film that we just partook in. They had a budget of $20 million.
What the
Wow.
fuck?
And
That's
they
pretty.
grossed
I mean,
$5 million.
fucking worth it though. Seriously.
Also, weirdly, they released this movie in Japan earlier than in America.
Huh.
Which is
Isn't Starship Troopers like bigger? Wasn't there the whole anime or whatever the fuck?
probably they. So the 5 million is home. I bet in Japan it made like much more than that, but it doesn't say.
Maybe not
Wikipedia.
much more.
Probably
Some
not much
more.
more.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it's such a shame that this movie is not seen more, you know? Because this movie really does have heart, you know? It's plucky, right?
Yeah.
It was definitely plucky.
It's a plucky movie.
Very different numbers than you're seeing, right?
Are you? I'm on the Wikipedia page.
I'm seeing an IMDb. I'm seeing a budget of $9 million and a worldwide gross revenue of $415,000.
Interesting.
That's amazing.
I wonder why Wikipedia is lying to me right now.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is, I think that many people who view movies are cowards and don't want to experience something that's like visually not amazing.
Yeah.
And that's their problem, you know, because you could tell a really cool and fun and interesting story with like some really shitty fucking what do you call it? Fucking effects and budget and all that, right?
Well, you know, Brian, art is only good if it makes you feel good.
It's only good if it
the
looks
art
good.
is bad or ugly or makes you feel bad, it's bad art.
Yeah. Yeah. It's oh look, here's a featured review with a headline that is exactly my feelings about this movie. Not as good at the first, but much better than the second. And that's the thing. The second movie is so bad, right? That the third movie, like, being anything at all is just like existing is a miracle, right? And it's legitimately, I mean, I think it's like pretty good.
I have a much higher opinion of this movie than I think I would normally, just because last night I watched like the worst movie on the planet, which is Resident Evil: The Final Chapter.
Yeah.
That I don't think anything could be worse than that. So this movie was like, oh wow. So it's so refreshing. There's storylines that I can follow. There's things that are happening that are interesting a little bit, just a little bit interesting.
Let's take a look at that Resident Evil movie. What was it called again? Resident Evil:
The Final Chapter.
The Final Chapter.
Are we?
What kind of money
Is that allowed?
are we talking about? Yeah, fuck it. Why not? Nothing is forbidden here.
Yeah.
You know.
Will you look up how much money that made? I have a brief aside. I'm looking at the Wikipedia for Starship Troopers 3 now, and I'm looking at the quote from a review that says that the Sky Marshal, this is the thing about the movie, the fucking Sky Marshal, leader of humanity, is like a pop star. And like this reviewer calls it out and says that he's a chart-topping singer whose onstage movements and militaristic song lists suggest Adolf Hitler as an American Idol contestant.
That's true.
That is what it's like,
true.
and it's fucking kind of bonkers. But the thing that I specifically noticed I thought was really funny is that Adolf Hitler, the link for his Wikipedia page is red for me. And I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized I have Shinigami eyes on, and Adolf Hitler is red in Shinigami. His Wikipedia page.
Telling you that the Wikipedia page for Adolf Hitler is problematic. That's really good.
You know, I don't know if you know this, but Adolf Hitler, transphobic.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, true.
Mhm.
Yeah, true. Okay, so I'm looking at Resident Evil, blah blah blah, final blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it says the budget estimated $40 million.
Yeah. So see, they had over. Well, I don't know if my number or Monk's number is right, but between double and 4 times as much budget than Starship Troopers 3.
That movie has a body count.
It has a body count. This is. I was gonna say this also when I was looking up Starship Troopers. Is my new thing that I'm doing now. Every time we watch a movie, is I look up, did anybody die during the making of this movie?
Always a good move.
It always surprises me sometimes when the answer is yes.
Yeah, Alec Baldwin. He's showing up all the time on sets to do his dirty.
He's
deeds.
he's like a Hollywood Grim Reaper, honestly.
That's right.
How much do you think that Resident Evil, the final shit show, grossed? By the way,
Oh, it was definitely gross.
Yeah. Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just under 27 million in the US and Canada, and worldwide $312 million.
Yeah, that movie is fucking big in Latin America. All the Resident Evils are. It's like Brazil, I think, is the number one place for that whole franchise.
I'm just
very
saying,
interesting to me how niche franchises like that will just pop off somewhere else randomly. Like, I wonder why. Like, what is it about like the culture difference between here and Brazil where like this is just really appealing there, but it's not here, or vice versa. You know?
Yeah, I'm just saying this movie, right? This movie gets that much money and gets that many people to watch it, and this is like bottom of the barrel movie.
Yeah,
right? This is
dog
like
shit.
Like
it was
nigh unwatchable, right?
And okay, and I'll tell you why it was nigh unwatchable. This man who edited that movie, his name is Doobie White. Okay.
White.
I had to go look him up afterwards because he also edited a cult classic Gamer. Right?
This fucking show, this fucking movie rearing its head on the podcast
again.
You guys watched Gamer for this podcast, right?
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah.
So
yeah.
It's him. He's the one who's doing it. Like, I think he's like Alec Baldwin is the Grim Reaper for people on set. Doobie White is the Grim Reaper for the movies themselves. He comes when the movies are dead, there's nothing left. It's a husk. They give it to Doobie White to cut it up in his lab and
like he could
build a zombie. Yeah. And it's like how unwatchable Gamer was, all the rapid fire cuts. This was worse. There was so much more.
Absolutely,
it wasn't
was
worse?
not worse.
Okay,
Absolutely
it's just because I saw it yesterday. That
recency bias, right?
Yeah. But literally, like every action scene, 15 cuts in some of them. You can't see shit.
It was really disappointing as someone who was genuinely really looking forward to the last of these fucking Resident Evil movies for it to be that bad.
It was like not even 20 minutes in, and we stopped even riffing on it and just started dissecting why the movie is this way.
Yeah.
You know? Which, yeah.
God, this is it's similar. You definitely. I was gonna ask if you listened to the podcast, but I guess you haven't, Ryan. Where we found out last time that the 1998 Lost in Space movie that sucked fucking ass was written by the same guy who went on to write all of the new Star Trek series that suck ass.
Yeah, I love finding these wraiths that are timeless and they appear in new media as well.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder what the next film that gets doobied is going to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of, people of these characters, these Hollywood characters, Ed Neumeyer, the director of Starship Troopers 3 Marauder, his only directing credit. This was such a flop that nobody has ever gotten him to direct again. And that is such a shame. Yeah, he was the writer. He's the writer for like all the movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not. This is the only one he got to direct. And that's such a shame, because if Paul W.S. Anderson is allowed to make movies, Ed Neumeyer should definitely be allowed to make movies.
There were some decisions that were like director level decisions about like how certain shots were composed. Like there were things you could tell that they were shooting things in a way that like I'm not going to say it's like high art
out of a small budget,
right? Yeah. Like you could see like the thought process behind it of like, okay, well, we don't have the budget to show this on screen and make it look good. We're gonna hide it, but we're gonna like find a way to hide it that doesn't make it like glaringly obvious that we're hiding it. And they did a pretty okay job of that. Like,
yeah,
like it's still a little bit some from time to time, but I mean
sometimes, yeah.
You do what you got to do. I think Ed Neumeyer, if you would like to tell your side of the story on the podcast while we perform at the Dare convention for fucking kids in schools doing drugs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the Dare convention where we'll be sitting on stage talking bullshitting and handing out little baggies of caffeine powder to children.
Yeah,
please, hit us up. We'd love to work with you.
You'll have to secure your own transportation, of course.
Yeah, we have no money, but we would love to see you. And also, I hope this is this is a moment where we can say, hey, you are, we want a redemption for Ed Neumeyer. Okay, that's my position. You're great as a writer. I love so many of the things you've written. Okay.
Like epic rap battles of history.
Some more than others, okay, but like,
did he do that?
He did he wrote. Yes, he did. He wrote the RoboCop's line in the RoboCop episode of Epic Rap Battles of History.
That's amazing.
And then he wrote RoboCop too. So
yeah.
Like every RoboCop thing is written by him. Fucking Starship Troopers, everything's written by him. There's some Mortal Kombat writing he's done. This motherfucker's been all over the place.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, amazing. I will not harangue you about the bad work you've done. Which there's some of this where I don't know, bud. But there's some really shining moments here, and I feel like there's a lot of this is probably just a little bit phoned in, and that's okay. I get it.
I'm not going to say that I don't
to phone it in at work sometimes.
Yeah, for real. Exactly. Like sometimes you got to get your fucking paycheck. Like I phone it in every day of my life, and look where it's gotten me so far.
Yeah, sometimes
look where it's gotten Monk.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to phone it in. Sometimes you got to phone it in a lot. Why is this RoboCop TV series spelt with a K?
Robo KKK op. It's the Maoist RoboCop.
The Maoist RoboCop. There's one episode. Oh my god! Wait, is
one episode?
This has got to be just a fucking.
It's just a fake spoofy thing. That's not.
No, it's that's probably what's it called?
There's more than one episode. Yeah. There's two.
The one with the K.
Yeah, there's two.
Oh yeah, it says two. Why did it say one?
No, wait, there's three.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I'm looking at what Monk's looking at, and yeah, it's definitely two. Okay. RoboCop with a K receives his weapon and tests it. RoboCop is ready for his first battle with crime.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So the actual movie that we actually watched for the show. What was your favorite? What was y'all's favorite part of that fucking movie? Like, what was there was like a high point you had to go to? And you're trying to sell someone on the movie? What's
The
like
end
the
of the
moment?
movie
Yeah.
So I
is so
wouldn't
perfect.
I wouldn't try to sell someone the movie, first of all. But I think the high point for me is just like like them praying as the giant bug gets destroyed by missiles, right? Like there was such a good buildup of Christianity in this movie, and then it
Mhm.
ends at that, where like, oh, the angels are actually here. It's the Marauders, freedom. You know, I think that was just a really satisfying conclusion to the buildup throughout
Yeah.
most of the movie.
It pays the fuck off. Like
Mhm.
it's just like this long schlocky plot. Like it is. It's like it's very schlocky. It's very propaganda, and like it goes all the way up to the end, and it blows that fucking load, and it's so fucking good. It's
It
just
blew
like,
a big nasty load.
oh
Yeah.
my god! It's like there's the bug. It's the bug planet. Fucking god bug. What's the name again? It's
Cherbalzum mine.
no, it's behemicoidal.
Behemicoidal, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the most.
what I said.
They give it the most satanic. That is what you said. Yeah, and it gives it the most like satanic name possible, and it's like it just leans in so fucking hard. The Sky Marshal's performance is hilarious. He's just like, it's the one true God, Behemicoidal.
Oh, and I
it's like,
loved. We should kill him, but it's the wrong God.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that was just very, very pointed. Very pointed.
The wrong god, and then they get back into fucking space after the day has been saved. Oh, hold on. Before that, you got fucking Johnny Rico in the fucking Marauder suit. The
His
like
hog is out.
the overlay. Well,
we
we'll
didn't
get
see
to
any
that.
hog. There was almost hog.
Yeah, there was like some maybe potential partial hog, but like
Schrodinger's hog.
In the scene, there's just like all these fucking there's the battle scene, there's guns firing and explosions and fire while there's people praying being overlaid on top of it. It's insane. It's insane.
Very good.
Oh, I love it.
I would also say a sub favorite part for me is all the little like commercials by the Federation that just kind of cut up the film. Like I'm sure that they put those there because the film was like really kind of boring without it.
Oh no, they were there in the first movie too. So that's they call back to that. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah,
Wait a second. Have you not seen the first movie?
I probably at some point. Okay, Starship Troopers is Ryan's dad movie. Okay, so I've seen it probably like 5 or 6 times.
Okay,
yeah,
but
okay,
it all fused together. You know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well. I don't like that'd be nuts to me to watch this movie without seeing the first one. So I'm glad you've definitely absolutely seen it.
I definitely have absolutely seen it. Okay, the one thing I remember, I don't know if this was from the first or the second. I remember like the big brain bug getting jabbed with like a stabby thing, and
that is
like,
the first one.
It looked like a penis. Yeah,
yeah, and they put a censored sign over it, so that's to be like, yes, this definitely is supposed to be like
a penis.
a penis and a vagina, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul.
I saw that.
Verhoeven. Yeah, okay.
I saw that.
Got it. Okay. You scared me for a second, Ryan. I'm just saying, okay?
I know about things.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck I would do to sell someone on this movie if I was pointing to one scene, to be honest. Like, all the moments you said are good. I don't know. I think it's hard to... Yeah, go ahead.
I have a method. I send them a fan-made music video before the Sky Marshal. It's because that song is stupid and very funny, and the fan-made music video has scenes from the movie interspliced into the whole thing, and you can just see how fucking off the rails this movie is. And it's
if I wanted to sell someone in this movie, I would construct a Saw-like trap where there are 2 monitors in a room, and on one of them this movie is playing, and on the other the entire Epic Rap Battles of History video log is playing, and you have your choice of one or the other.
What happens if you leave?
You get your toes cut off.
Well, actually, that's what this podcast is.
Yeah. If you leave, you have to be on the podcast.
This is an elaborate saw trap, actually, that we're all involved in.
Yeah. Please help.
Please help. But also, you're welcome, dear listener. That's what we do here.
That's true. That is what we do here. We do cut off people's toes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I think the song was definitely how you sold me on it, but like, maybe this is me projecting my own instincts about film. I would never seek out to a movie to watch based on there being a song in it. I would probably actively avoid movies based on there being a song.
Yeah, I think that's Ryan Poison as a way to recommend something. Like literally, if you tell me there's a song in this movie and it's really good, I'll just listen to this. I won't even do that. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, I'll act like, oh, cool. That's great.
I just tell them it's a trailer for the movie, though. But anyways, I'm just like, this is a trailer for the movie. You should.
I also won't watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I'm sunk, you know. But that worked on me when it came to like other classics of shitty media, like Snakes on a Plane. Snakes on a Plane had a song that was so out there stupid that when I listened to it, I entered sort of like a catatonia and like and was like, I need to see this movie. It's got Samuel L. Jackson. There's snakes and there's a plane and there's a weird song being promoted as a part of the movie.
All your favorite things.
I'm like, this is nuts.
Is Snakes on the Plane even worth watching at all, or is it just
no?
Is the whole movie just a vehicle for that one line where Samuel L. Jackson says, "I am sick of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane"?
That's the whole point of the movie.
These
it's
monkey
like
fighting
Sharknado.
snakes on this melon farming plane.
It's like Sharknado type content, you know?
It is. Yeah.
I can't handle that.
Oof.
But imagine if you use a song to advertise a movie to somebody, and it's that, you know, that sucks. But if it's this is amazing. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know, there's a lot of ways to, you know, apologies, skin a cat. But you know, that's, you know, you got your options here, and you know, sometimes you have a good movie. And you advertise it with a hilarious way to advertise the movie, and sometimes you have a bad movie and you do it that way. I don't know.
Use a saw trap.
Yeah, and it's all actually a saw. Actually, all movie advertising is a saw trap, especially Morbius.
Yeah, advertising in general is violent and psychic warfare.
Are you guys going to do Morbius on here at some point?
Oh my god!
I think that'd be good. You probably do.
It's literally about a vampire.
Yeah.
It's about a vampire and his quest to learn what love is.
Yeah. He's like, I want to know what love is. And then Matt Smith is like dancing to the sex song that everybody loves. Everybody's like, ooh, have sex, the song. It's like, what the fuck is that song?
I have a small
But that's what got me to watch the movie. I wasn't going to watch the movie, but then I saw Matt Smith dancing to have sex, and I'm just like, oh, okay. I guess I'll go watch it. Maybe I'm fucked up.
Yeah, I think that's what we're discovering here. Maybe you don't need to worry about having the lead in your B fuel. Maybe the lead's already inside of you and has been the whole time.
The lead is the friends we made along the way.
Who watched Morbius after like not watching any movies for like 7 years. And I love this person. This is a dear friend, but they like their first movie back after just a 7 movie fast was Morbius. And they liked it enough, you know, and so then every movie after that, it was literally a case of, oh wow, this kind of reminds me of Morbius, where they called an ambulance, and they were telling me this, and I was like, wow, that you are such a unique kind of person now. This is I don't think this has ever happened before.
That's so
It's like
special.
it's
Wow.
literally
Holy
like the
fuck.
tweet about the guy who's only seen the Boss Baby.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think what you guys should do for this podcast for your next guest is you should find someone willing to be part of an experiment, and you
Mhm.
get them to just live in an isolation chamber for 10
Yeah.
years. And then when it gets out, you have like a movie that you show them and you
Mhm.
see what that does to them.
Yeah. Well, I'll see you in 10 years, Ryan.
Shit.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, that's oh.
In front of you is a room where you'll be locked for 10 years with no movies.
No movies?
You can go into the room or your head explode.
No.
I just can't believe Morbius exists still.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's like an elaborate lie, but I know it's true, but it's an elaborate lie, you know?
I think
Isn't it technically part of the MCU?
No,
Like, do you
it's
think
not.
it's gonna...
It's not.
No?
It's not. It's
Okay.
the Sony Spider-Verse, which is legally distinct from
right,
the
okay.
MCU.
Right. Yeah.
So they have to. This is what I was literally about to say. Is I think the Sony Spider-Verse movies, like Madame Web, is the new one that people are also going like, "Wow, the MCU is downhill." Because people think it's the MCU because they're Marvel superheroes. So like, why wouldn't it be the MCU, right?
Uh-huh.
Right.
So I think Sony is intentionally fucking making these movies bad to try to bankrupt Disney.
You know, that's actually a really smart play, to be honest.
These movies are psychic warfare against Disney.
I don't think
That's
that they're trying to
hilarious.
bankrupt Disney, but I could imagine a really pissed off CEO at Disney. Like, it's so easy to be pissed off at Disney.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
could see them be like, no, make it worse. This is their IP. We're going to drag it through the mud. We're going to make it so much worse, you know?
We could trick everyone into thinking this is part of the MCU, and then we'll just shit on it. We'll shit on
Yeah.
it so hard. And
Exactly.
piss. And
I
shit
would
and
bet-
piss.
I would bet that when Morbius came out, Disney lost money because of it.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Probably. I think people
Probably.
like Madame Web, I see all over the place. Like, yeah, the MCU is done because of Madame Web, which is not an
Yeah.
MCU movie.
Yeah.
Wow. You know?
Mhm. I think it's definitely intentional.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked, you know? And I wouldn't be shocked. Right. Maybe it is. Maybe it's a psyop. Corporate psyop. Love that. Good world we live in.
This is a good conspiracy theory portion of the podcast.
Yeah.
Where we give the listener something to walk away with and believe forever.
Yeah.
It's true. Does anyone have anything
you know?
else to say about the movie or
I think that they predicted QAnon.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They did say
Yeah.
the letter
Q-bomb.
Q at one point.
Yeah, they said Q bomb.
Destroy the planets, which is
yeah,
so true. You know?
so true. They were saying, "Oh, QAnon's going to ruin the world," and so they made and they put it in the movie. They're like, "It's the Q bomb."
Yeah.
It sounds like a fucking Alex Jones would say that. It's a fucking Q bomb.
Mhm.
Blows up the entire planet.
It's turning fucking bugs dead.
Putting chemicals in the bugs and it turned the Sky Marshal gay.
Uh-huh. Let's see. There's two other things I wrote about. I wrote little notes about, and I wanted to bring them up. One thing I thought was kind of funny, was because Dix was. By the way, Dix is the name of one of the characters.
Yeah.
And Monk said at some point that Dix was taking a heroic dose of bugs and experiencing bug death when the planet that they were on was getting overrun with bugs, and everybody's supposed to think that Johnny Rico and Dix are both dead. They were not. They apparently survived somehow. They don't explain it, and that's okay. They do the same thing in the first movie. This is all just like kind of referential.
Casper Van Dien, Johnny Rico, he goes on to be Johnny Rico in fucking like 2 other Starship Troopers movies. So he's in it for the long haul.
Yeah, I think this is his thing. Like I don't think he has like much else.
No,
that
doesn't.
he does.
What else did he did? He was in Alita Battle Angel. It's his second most well known.
I mean, that kind of rocks, frankly. I'm a little bit surprised, and pleased by that, you know. And then the other thing at the beginning, when they're talking about like the trenches and they're in the trenches, they're like, we got a new not so secret tool for the Federation soldiers, and that's a fucking shovel. And then one of the soldiers gets killed by a shovel like immediately, because it goes flying through the air after an explosion and just sticks him to a wall.
We're done with the shovel, and the bit is over. I love that we never saw the shovel again.
Yeah, the whole bit ends with Johnny Rico pulling the shovel out of the Marine's back, handing it to his like second in command at this outpost, pointing at an arm on the ground that somebody just lost in an explosion and said, "Find out whose arm that is."
I love how that scene was also shot in a way where it looks like that arm belonged to the guy who was laying on the ground next to it. So it looked like it was just a guy laying there.
Yeah.
But then it was an arm.
But it was just like an arm on the ground next to a guy who had just survived an explosion. Yeah. Amazing stuff. And then they go to the there's like a little fast forward. There's a canteen where everybody's getting drinks, and they're showing that like, you know, oh, there's like people who don't like the Federation. And there's these farmers hanging out, and they're trying to like start a fight with everything. And they just keep blowing raspberries at dicks. Yeah, they're like,
a bunch of raspberry farmers.
Exactly. That's what I wrote down. I called them raspberry farmers as well. And I liked that. Yeah. There's a lot of other stuff in the movie that could be talked about, I'm sure, but like, just watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Get it out of your system.
It's not that bad.
There's nothing that bad about it, and there's a lot of really good stuff about it. So like, if you like the first one, watch this one. Skip the second one, it's bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
One of my Twitter mutuals is watching Piranha 2, and they just uploaded a fucking image of Piranha 2, of this topless woman who was in Piranha 2, and posted it and said, A+ set of cans in Piranha 2.
Amazing. Amazing. Could you please send me a link to this? I just want to know kind of the vibe of this person. Because I just gotta know. Somebody watching Piranha 2 and being like, nice tits is amazing to me.
I just sent it.
This person sounds evil.
Is Piranha that movie where the fish can walk on land and they eat you?
Is it? I don't. You think I've seen fucking Piranha?
Oh, never mind. I don't follow this motherfucker. Never mind. I used to follow this motherfucker. I remember. I've seen this person before.
Yeah.
What a wild thing to post.
A+ set of cans in Piranha. There were some A+ sets of cans in this movie too. So if that's what needs to get your butt in the seat,
that's true.
Oh, no.
Also, oh my god, the ad. Oh my god, I forgot the ad that was like, join the fucking Air Force. They'll fucking you'll be hot as
that
fuck.
Person's butt. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking, and then there's the guy who's like apparently there's like this metric that they use for people called the HED, and he's like, you know, guys can give good head too. And there's a thermometer next to him and it explodes. And I think that it even makes like a smoochy noise. Oh my god, I was just like, this is so fucking good.
Yeah.
So sicko. So fucking sicko.
Yeah. Anyway.
God.
Yeah. What's the next movie we should watch? Something else with like tits in it, right?
Probably Piranha 2. We're still on vacation. We're watching Piranha 2.
For research.
for I couldn't give a shit about looking at the tits, but I am of course very interested in a sequel to a movie that nobody cares about.
Excuse me, that's not just they're not just tits, it's an A+ set of cans.
Oh, sorry, an A+ set of cans. My bad. I'm so sorry. I am so tempted as a meme to just say the name of the account, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not rude. Okay. I'm nice.
Anyone else got any questions, comments about what happened here today?
I got one.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, we got our own raspberry farmer. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
God. This was a good one. I had a nice time. I hope you all had a nice time too.
Yeah. I had a good time.
That's good.
See you in
That's
10
good.
years.
Yeah,
Yeah, see you in 10 years when we can
don't have any
we're on it too.
we don't have any fan mail or any shit like that. We don't have any voicemails. You can leave us fan mail. You can email us at edgelordpod@gmail.com. You can also give a quick ring-a-ding-ding to the Edging Hotline at 920-350-EDGE, 920-350-3343. Leave us a voicemail to be played on the show, where we will make fun of you for calling us while drunk or whatever.
Yeah, we'll probably we might be nice, we might be merciless, you know.
It
just
depends
on how we feel.
Depends on how good the movie was before we got to your voicemail.
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly, if strategically call in when there's a good movie in the queue,
and we won't tell you if there's a good movie in the queue. So fucking good luck. You know, if we're watching Gamer, I might say it.
We're doing our second Gamer episode.
Oh my God.
A second Gamer episode has hit the pod.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
You can also find the show on Twitter at Edging Podcast. You can find me at cursed_monk or at cursedmonk, wherever you please. Brian?
You can find me at trashcan1312 on x.com, the rapidly descending platform. Or you can find Briantrash pretty much everywhere else, including Blue Sky, which is where I do most of my posting. Briantrash.bsky.social. And also please follow the IMDb. We have a list set up for the IMDb that is just a short review. You'll actually get a heads up of what the next movie is ahead of time if you look at the IMDb, because I usually talk about them on the IMDb before we actually release the episode.
IMDb or Letterboxd?
Letterboxd. I am so sorry. I meant Letterboxd this entire time.
I was gonna say you can have an IMDb page. That's crazy.
I have a Letterboxd too now. I'm active. I'm filling out a bunch of shit on Letterboxd. Everything I see on Letterboxd is Madame Web. Everyone's fucking talking about this fucking movie. That's I don't know why people are so insistent. It's bad. Okay, what else do you want to say about it?
I think they're trying to Morbius it, and I frankly support that. So but it's Briantrash on Letterboxd, and you can just look me up and find the list that way, and also you can see all the other dumb movies I've been watching, because I watch a lot of movies and talk about them. Sometimes I've been going short form lately, not so long form. So
yeah. Ryan, where can we find you?
You can't.
Shit.
Well,
if you're looking for Ryan, they're right behind you.
If you're looking for Ryan, don't.
Yeah. Good life advice.
In front of you is a GPS tracker that will inform you on Ryan's location at all times. However, if you press the button, your head explodes.
Oh shit!
Amazing. All right, are we done? Are we done? Let me get the last word.
Okay, you can have the last word for once.
See you on the bounce, trooper.